It's in the game.
EA Sports is in the game!
It's in the game.
Go Rams, hotty toddy.
team got from their head coach this week. Guys?
Okay, Holly. He stopped short at 20 after 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Huskies offense comes onto the field first today. There's Kelly Johnson Jr. He may not be the best-known star around, but man, does this team love what he brings.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can make tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watching this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
They've got him corralled.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at in the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Fresh center down's going to the air. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Caught behind the line. It's Thompson.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll throw on third and short. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. So the San Jose State Spartans offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes the maestro of this offense. They were all over him for the entire game last time out. 3 sacks and a couple of picks. Running inside. It's Bates. Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Unloads in the nick of time.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. The Spartans are marching down the field. Quick give. It's play. Guys, let's talk for a moment about San Jose State. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with the commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this three-star the ball.
On the snap, it's Bates. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Finds a man on the RPO. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Clay. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Ivy. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turning it on.
This defense prides themselves on effort and pursuit. Quarterback there did a great job scrambling, so much so that he was able to get downfield, and it looked like it was going to be a big play, but all that pursuit from the defense and their effort getting to the ball, knocking it out, and coming away with a big turnover.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Wants to throw on 1st. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down for 44. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll give it to Johnson. Maybe some room here. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable, try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, you dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make it.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They'll go to the counter. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. It's inside, it's Bates. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a win.
The Spartans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking for room. It's Bates. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, gonna throw it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Huskies offense out there and ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Long way to go on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll move the tight end. The handoff to Johnson. Hard running there. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and now you're set up to fail.
They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the 1st down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Now wide, it's down. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Back to pass on 2nd down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job.
Makes the catch and he's free. coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
And the RPO got it. They stopped him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The run inside. It's Bates. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Never a doubt. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Trying to get rid of it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Going right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead down a little further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the #1 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Fighting Irish coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Right side, it's Ivy. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. 2nd down to the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the missed connection on 3rd down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Second down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting beat across the board.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Just got rid of that one.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. They punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hold and fire complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Sells to fake. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He'll take it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run, and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab in their space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held them.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Sound strategy here to try to punt it away from that return guy. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Straight ahead, it's Bates. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Grab behind the line, it's Ivy. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Drops back on 1st down. Left side is McCoy. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Spartans come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. And he's brought down after a short gain. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Clay. He'll be dropped.
And when you're down later in the football game, you're going to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Sparty! And the punishment has been extended. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Tackle and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Pulls it in. It's Rogers. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quick give. It's Johnson. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll give it to Johnson.
You've got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Out of the backfield, he's open. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Second and long here. From the gun. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Using his feet. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs. And a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He'll try to get to the mark for himself. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Now wide right, it's foul. He's not going to make it. What a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. From the gun, it's Bates. There we go. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked.